BetBoom have been very patient. Oftentimes teams will, with the three player setup on A, they'll actually push to get info, but there's the info. And you know, it's all about reading the pacing of your opponent. That's like one thing that both teams are wanting to try to do. And now we finally get some moves here. The T's against the claw. He's on a fact-finding mission, gets taken down. Now, Magno with those dualies, able to get one, but would have wanted to get maybe an extra, but still, 4v3 retake in here for BetBoom.
Boomich really trying with that pre-fire, but that was a nice fake. They signaled that's an A split, they throw grenades in middle, and then they jump off the bridge into the water, into the B bomb site. Lucky and Maka, look at the crossing that they've got here. Not necessarily crossfire, but just trading places. Lucky will take down Boomich. She was already low from earlier, and they're fired off to begin with. I really like that. You know, you've got the Org on Magnages. By the way, BetBoom, they love Orgs, if I haven't said it. We watched them on Train and they won so quickly we couldn't even see them, but they will buy double Orgs and double Orgs.
Slowing down the mid presence. Actually going out for the peak. Boomich gets taken out. It was a good attempt, though. Brings Maka down to 11 HP, but it's an early 5v4 for the 3D Max side on the T side. And BetBoom, they opted to go for a full save into this one. So to lose this round would be very irritating. Decent nade damage, chunking down at least one more player, Gravity. Yeah. Exiles. They're just getting so weakened, but somehow, some way 3D Max just roll on through.
Did he just hit a running headshot with 1 health against the Org? I think he had 1 health coming out of that connector.
That's outrageous.
What a crime that is. Siren and Sorte here is just about trying to save. Obviously, the round cannot be won any longer. Sorte's not going to get to do a great job at it, and they should hunt here. Why not try and get rid of Siren? You know this rifle is the only thing. I don't care how many rifles you lose if you're 3D Max. They're not going to lose anything. Exorcise will take him down. The French rolling through the early stages here. This is the power of being on the T side of Anubis.
On the T side of Anubis, it's what every CD side is fearful of.
That's a lot of HEs on the CT side, so probably an attempt to try and do a little bit of damage. They really love jumping off this bridge. Look at the speed here. Gravity is just not interested. He will go down, and Axel actually finds a couple with the 5-7. They do finally stabilize a bit, and Magno just here with the 5-7. Oh, wait a minute. They actually managed to sandwich Exorcise instead. It's turned around somehow. BetBoom, they had the man lead. Still not a big advantage, but when you walk close to the 5-7, you can get shot in the face like that. It leaves body. Bomb being just fickled with here. Doesn't commit to the plant yet as they line up for him. It's Boomich to take him down, and BetBoom, that's a huge round that they probably don't even expect to win.
So, okay, they can get the AWP online now, Zorte with that one, and I feel like now that's going to make a lot possible. We'll see exactly what setup he's opting to have with the AWP. But once again, look how fast it is with the util from 3D Max in that mid position. They're unrelenting.
Oh, and a wall bang as well. Take down Siren, never mind. BetBoom, the celebration is short-lived as they run into 3 HEs. A crazy wallbang as well on top. And Sorte, yeah, I mean, you do what you can to try and save the AWP and do some more damage. This is all great, but the round is absolutely lost. He will try to fight for that mid position quite a lot more than some of the other mid players. If you watch a team like Aurora, where Centaurus is playing the middle, he's a lot more defensive than someone like Boomich will be. And looks like 3D Max have a pretty good read on that. Caught with your pants down, Dan.
The quick switch.
No belt,
Why?
no nothing.
Why?
50 seconds. But you're still right. Like, they're pushing up that far. So right now, 3D Max are being funneled towards the side of the map. There's already 2 at the A bomb site. Bodies walking through the smoke, but they are there to catch him. Boomich not ready enough. Doesn't get the kill, and they lose Siren. And it's a save. It's not even a question. You have to keep the double AK and the AWP alive. So 3D Max, almost kind of a boring end to what could have been such an epic round. They did so much damage.
Yeah.
They had every chance here.
And what's also cool is that we're seeing such a big shift of pace from 3D Max. They were going so fast early in the first opening rounds, and then now we're seeing them play like very slow. So that's going to create usually a utility advantage because the CTs will still feel like they have to throw util somewhat early. And it seems like they're also exploiting this position, Anders, where mid just gets given up. And BetBoom's holds on the A site haven't been good. So they could just keep pressing that. They can also go back to some of the faster B stuff. But both of those two options have been pretty good, I think.
Yeah, this is really scary. I think you're also starting to see the depth of what 3D Max is. It's something to mess around with. Does he want to keep going? For just a second, I thought. Molotov there against Axile, and he gets hunted down. What a protocol. Axile's going to be upset about that.
Yeah, that puts a lot of threat onto that B site. And this is what we talked about, where they can throw in the fast stuff. That's actually what the fast stuff looks like at the first contact. But there's not the fast follow-up behind it. It's a bit more delayed. As 3D Max continue to work the map, but now starting to encroach on this B position a bit closer. Big fight for E-Box, but it feels like a losing battle. Magno just trying to hold on there. They already are trying to hold on to the site right now.
He's in such an exposed position. He does actually get rid of Maka, but Gravity's still finding it. It's the lack of head armor that's betraying them again. And the Mac-10 is getting a little bit closer. They finally shot it down, but out of bullets is Siren. Boomich trying to take on over. Lucky finding himself without a teammate to help him out. 40 seconds. The backup is coming for Boomich and Sorte, but he's going to get shot in the back before they get there. In fact, it's a headshot as he's running into it. And now it's the 1v1. Up on the side of Sorte, trying to get through the connector. And Lucky's not quite sure. He can escape. He can go back to A. This is such a smart play. Sorte's at a very big disadvantage right now.
Yeah, this is a really nice play. Calling it with just enough time left as well to not make it feel too uncomfortable. And that's all about the post-plant setup around the plant position as well. Of course, doesn't know exactly where the CT is going to come from.
I mean, he only realized, even I think after the bomb was down, he still wasn't sure if it was B. He had to really run under to check. Awkward position if you step too far back. You don't have your back exposed. Okay, hopefully he knows exactly what he's doing behind the pillar. There is an AWP coming in on the other side, and there is a kit as well. So Sorte probably have one chance exactly to get this shot, and then that's going to be it. If he misses it, the round is over. It might almost be anyway. You could hear this bomb is just ticking so far, and Sorte, yeah, he's realizing I can't really find him inside of the site. Well played for Lucky. That's a round that's won on IQ alone.
Yeah, really well played there by Lucky to clutch that one up. 1v2. It never feels like super safe to push out because 3D Max could be going fast or they could be going really slow. It's just hard to predict.
So this B split with the guy in middle is so lethal, although very nice shots being hit. Double AWP, and they're not expecting it either. He's hoping to do something. The flashbang is going to ruin his day. Shot going over. Okay. Maka really rolling the dice on this one. 35 seconds. He's going to take down Magno just to begin with. They should never be able to get back in this round, to be honest. It's a 2-on-5 and about 30 seconds on the clock. And the flank is coming in here as well. Siren. Labored spray, but gets the job done. Maka picking up the AK. Just hoping to do more damage here. Find a way to make it more expensive. Will not be allowed. That's the second round for BetBoom, and I'm immediately changing my tone here. They sound off with 1 AWP in the middle. They know that there's a double. Are you expecting a triple?
Are you expecting the triple AWP? On the CT side of Anubis, that is certainly, we'll see what happens. The push comes in through mid. Boomich takes down, actually 2 players there. So that's a good start. The flash is actually so problematic for Body. No idea where he is, but finds 2 headshots. Oh, the musical chairs in the smoke causing problems. But the bomb is up here on the steps.
Yeah, you're right. That's a huge deal. They might be able to win this. I also think they threw away one of the AWPs. He had an M4 Boomich. Either I'm hallucinating, or they had both an AWP and an M4, and they just swapped it around after the fact. I'm actually so confused. 30 seconds. 3D Max. Can you actually pick up the bomb once again? They have another Molotov behind this one on Axile. I don't think they have time. I think that next Molotov is the end of it. Flashbang comes through. There's the next one. We're down now to 17 seconds. HE as well on Magnojiz as he lands right on top, and Body's down to 5 health. 10 seconds on the clock. They do just steal it away. He's got really long fingers and he picks it up. 5 seconds now, and the bomb being planted just in the nick of time. They've let them get away with one here. Axile goes down. 2v2. BetBoom. They can't give this round back, but they might not have a choice. It's on Boomage to captain the team into a bit of a victory here. Now, the first one might be a little bit easier. They're not expecting it, so Maka goes straight down, and Ecstasy's up on the high ground here. He's got the AUG stolen. He'll find the one bullet that he needed. A devastating 3v3 loss there. BetBoom, they let them steal the bomb, and that is all that they needed.
Very chaotic situation, but one in which 3D Max somehow scraped through. 8-2 for them. AWP down on the E-box line in the mid position, but Axel takes down Maka early here, and that's going to be a nice early bit of relief. But look at this, 3D Max, 4 players pushing through mid. They're not going to slow it down.
Yeah, Boomage threw the smoke and just ran away. Saute smoked off here. Question of timing. He does not hit it at all. So 2 people at the front of the bomb site. Honestly, they can plant without even really worrying about this. They could just smoke this off and say, whatever, you guys stay out there if you want. We're going to get the bomb plant, and BetBoom, that last round is easily the difference between winning or losing the map. If that was their ticket back into it, there's almost no money on 3D Max either. If they lost that last round, BetBoom probably do get up to about 4 or 5 rounds. Now, instead, they're struggling quite a bit. Don't have a kit in play either, and a 4 versus 3. And again, they can't rebuy these rifles, so even if you want to do it, you could be risking the entire map. I actually, as much as you hate to see this, falling back makes sense.
Yeah, and they just have to survive the trade kills. So 2 players left alive. AWP stays up. But yeah, I think you're totally right. The triple AWP all ground to such a pivotal one.
This is in the middle of the game. Like,
yeah.
I'm actually doubting myself if maybe I just lied to everybody. It's possible. It's not the first time.
No, I'm pretty sure I saw it as well. Either way.
So maybe we're both crazy.
And I'm sad that it didn't work out, but look at the timing on the push. Magnojiz finds an early pick off. Body, though. He's going to have some teammates coming in to try to avenge him. An imminent E-push.
I think that's both their strength and weakness in some sense, is that they don't necessarily have that kind of a superstar, but they are all as a team really well drilled. So yeah, it's working for them at the moment. 15 seconds left. Very hard to make any kind of an entry here. BetBoom, I like it. Playing very defensively. They know that the clock is going to be running out here. Just 5 seconds left, and in the 2v3, diving onto it, but they can't do anything about it. Some good kills, but ultimately the clock will run out. So 9-3 in the first half in favor of 3D Max.
Running it down. Dropping into the water. Looking for that E-box entry. But now, the final choke into the side. That's where the Julies reside. Boosted up above the smoke. And Maka unable to find one. And the boost giving away the position of gravity. And he's going to go down as well.
Yeah, but the bomb is in the middle. They haven't even committed to it. They're on the A bomb site, and that actually could be a mistake. That's the bomb lost stand. They could have had the B bomb site, maybe. And now even that's taken away. Maka will find it on Magnojiz and Siren and Saute. Trying to recover the round, but they might have overcooked this one, BetBoom.
Well, he said they needed the pistol. I don't think anyone could be in disagreement with that. It's looking very unlikely from this point forward. Saute just having the most extended battle ever. Somehow eventually gets the kill, but there's still 3 very healthy players that are on the flank. I don't know that he's ever ready for this. No. Now Siren's in the A site. Again, very far away from the bomb. And is still being hunted now that he's been spotted. But again, got to get that bomb, got to get it onto a site. There's so many things you got to check off the list here to try to win this round, in addition to dealing with these 3 players. And Siren, I mean, he's just going to get tagged and nipping at his ankles as he makes the run around. And there's going to be no time left here. This is just the most hopeless situation for Siren.
Yeah, if there was a minute now, you could do it, but you have to think about the fact that he has to backtrack all the way around, pick up the bomb, assuming that he even wins the fight, yes, and then get back to a bomb site. You know, just always staying pretty warm is nice. Incendiary, a bit annoying. And the fact that it burns Magnojiz also, it reveals, you can hear the burn on the other side there. Gonna peek it against Saute, but Siren with a decent comeback. His gravity in the corner there. The Molotov doesn't spread far enough against him. They might think that corner is clear. There is a chance that they run in now without checking it properly, and that would be very dangerous. Gravity gets the one. Maka, one in return against Axal. Boomich and Siren, 2 versus 3 with 20 seconds on the clock. They do need this round, or there's nothing left to play for, but it's not easy. Siren finding himself with no more teammates left, and the FAMAS will defeat him. A triple kill on Maka. That, I think, is thrown over the wall. So as they're running in the dark, they essentially run into it, and now they're walking on contact straight into it. Gravity gets the first one. It's a long fight there. Everyone's flashed, so nobody could really see anything. Molotov and Amaka, he's forced into the fight there, and Axel will find him, but they don't know about Body. I don't think they realize that he's here.
I think you're totally right. Yeah, Body's position is completely unknown. And I don't know that Body will necessarily know this. I mean, okay, that's a good example that he does not, in fact, know that his position is still a surprise, but no longer.
And to be honest, 3D Max shouldn't go for this. And I don't think they will. They're pretty far away. It's the same logic as we were advocating for when BetBoom were playing on the CT side. You would much rather try to save these rifles and just win later on. There's not a lot to be gained by trying to go for a 4v3 retake. There's no smoke in the middle, which is immediately suspicious to BetBoom, and it should be. No smoke means the orb is almost always there. A lot of damage here from the MP9. Gravity's been so good with the SSMGs. He's actually doing so much on both sides of the map. They'll get rid of Body finally. Gravity's very low. He should be dead, but he's got some backup with him. Lucky actually saving him just for a second. Still plenty of time, and now it's the 1 versus 3 as Siren picks up the first. They're on the other side of the smoke, but they're trying to walk through. Caught in the moment here. The spray not connecting, and he's out of bullets. Hunted down by Maka. Oh my god, 3D Max, they closed the book on them immediately. What a powerful entry into the major it is for the Frenchman.